Novak Djokovic, a legend on the court, but a legend off the court? This is a serious conundrum that most tennis fans face. Because Novak Djokovic may have dominated everywhere on the court, be it hard, clay, grass, but it is consistent with the way how he dominates headlines off the court also for all the negative reasons. You've seen in the last couple of years Djokovic's stance against coronavirus vaccination, how he organized a tournament in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic and ensured that it became a super spreading event. But now, during the French Open of 2023, yet another controversial statement from Djokovic has emerged. And it was this act that he did on the television camera, which has ensured that he yet again is in the center of a political storm, and this time on an issue that has been simmering on ever since the end of the Cold War. Now, what is this issue all about? In this video, I will tell you Novak Djokovic's controversial statement, but I will also be giving you the history behind why this statement is so controversial. Remember, Serbia is in the cradle of what has been once the powder keg of Europe. Wars were fought on a frequent basis, and it is in this context where this statement from Djokovic has been extremely problematic. Now, a close-up of that photo revealed that this is what Novak Djokovic wrote on the camera, and he wrote it in Serb. The simple translation is that Kosovo is part of Serbia. Kosovo is the cradle of Serbia. Now, this has caused a massive problem. It has also brought about the focus on whether what is the freedom of expression and freedom of speech protocol when it comes to many major tournaments. This has angered people in Kosovo. The Kosovo Olympic Association has asked the IOC to initiate strict disciplinary action against Novak Djokovic. So has the Kosovo Tennis Association as well. But if you have to look at the anger that is there in Kosovo at this point in time, Djokovic's mural, which was there in one of the Serb neighborhoods in Kosovo, that has been damaged or defaced. Now, why is the statement of Novak Djokovic so controversial? Because remember, the Balkans traditionally has been hostile territory for a number of decades at this point in time. What was the statement that Novak Djokovic said, and why did he make that statement? It is very important to understand that. For two reasons. Novak Djokovic made this statement that Kosovo is part of Serbia for two reasons. Novak's father was born in Kosovo. And second, he wanted to make a statement by saying that he wanted to show support for the Serbs and all of Serbia, as some of them were expelled from their home districts. This is one of the prime reasons. Djokovic wanted to show pan-Serbian solidarity. And here his father also, his roots are also in Kosovo at this point in time. So that is the reason why he chose to make the statement. Is he backing down from it? Far from it. In fact, he is defiant, because Djokovic has said, I would say it again, I am aware that a lot of people would disagree, but it is what it is. It's something that I stand for. Now, this statement has actually riled up tensions in Serbia and Kosovo, and we are all fearing that it might be a repeat of 1998 or 1999. Now, what happened in 1998 or 1999 and during the 90s that is still seeing a lot of tensions emerge? Firstly, I'll give you the backdrop of the Serbia-Kosovo tensions in the current era as well as in the modern era, in the previous era, just to ensure that why Djokovic's statement should be considered in a holistic manner. So, what is the current situation? Apparently, there were elections held in North Kosovo. So, Serbs boycotted the local elections in North, where they are the majority, because they did not appreciate the candidates, and many of them were not from the Serbian community as well. Police raided Serb houses and seized municipal buildings after the election was over, and Serbs tried to prevent the new mayors from taking over the premises, because they argue that since the Serbs were not represented that much, they did not recognize this election, and that's why police brutality ensured, and there were injuries between protesters and clashes. Remember, there is also a NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization peacekeeping force also there. There were scuffles involved in that also where people got injured. This is the prime reason. Police raided and expelled a lot of Serbs from their houses and seized the municipal buildings there. And North Kosovo, remember, is with the border with Serbia, and majority of them are Serbs. This is the main reason why the tension has flared up at this point in time. Now, Kosovo, if you look at it, is a byproduct of the 1990s, the Balkan Wars, which saw the complete disintegration of the former Yugoslav Republic. And Kosovo, which has a majority ethnic Albanian population, they declared independence in 2008. But Serbia does not recognize their independence. Serbia, along with 5 other EU nations, including Spain, do not recognize Kosovo's integrity, because there are issues apart from the EU nations. The countries like China, countries like the US have given recognition to Kosovo, but not Serbia and some of the 5 EU nations that are there. Why is it? Kosovo actually accused Serbia of occupation and repression during the 90s. And 1998-1999 conflict between Yugoslavia and NATO was the start of it. You would remember at around 1998, in order to depose of the then Serbian dictator Slobodan Milosevic, NATO had initiated a big bombing campaign in Belgrade. And because of that, Milosevic was deposed, he was taken to the Hague for war crimes, and that is the reason why this 1998-99 conflict was probably the final summation of the powder keg that was the Central Balkans. Remember, when the Soviet Union collapsed from 1992 to 1995, the Bosnian Serb war had broken out in a big way. Especially between the Bosnians and the Serbs, it saw further disintegration of the Yugoslav Republic, and that is why now this situation is a byproduct of it. If you thought Bosnia, Herzegovina and Serbia was a big problem along with the Croatian situation, Serbia and Kosovo is a byproduct of that 1992 to 1995 war, plus the 1998-99 campaign by that NATO unleashed against Slobodan Milosevic. Ethnic Albanian rebels launched a fight to rid the country of Serbian rule in 1998, and for close to a decade, Kosovo had maintained a very, you may say, a tension-filled environment in that place. But in 2008, they declared their independence. And it probably brought about the end of the conflict there, but still tensions persist even today. And so, this is the prime reason why Novak Djokovic, coming from that area, he has expressed his freedom of speech and what he thinks about the current situation. Is it problematic? Well, if you have to look at it, tennis and world sports have often fallen prey to a lot of geopolitical events. I mean, 1956 Olympics was the most chaotic of them all. They were plagued by the Suez crisis, they were plagued by the Hungarian Revolution, and it spilled out onto the sporting field. You are seeing the current repercussions of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. You saw many of the Russian players being boycotted. They could not attend Wimbledon, and Wimbledon was stripped of ranking points because of that. So this is further fueling the fire that exists in the Balkans at this point in time, and that is the reason why Novak Djokovic's statement is kind of problematic, but it goes with his grain of giving such kind of statements. So from COVID vaccination now to the Kosovo situation, Novak Djokovic's legacy might be tainted off the court because of this, but on the court he is right up there, and he's probably better than the likes of Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, due to the sheer magnitude of the fact that he's won more Grand Slams, and also he has a better head-to-head record against both Nadal and Federer. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.